If you'd like to try roasting duck in your combi steam oven, but you're intimidated because of the amount of fat that might render from the duck, well, this is going to be a very helpful video for you. Now, I love roast duck, so I really had to think about how I could cook it without getting fat all over the oven, and it's not that difficult. We use the method that's known as a reverse sear. We prepare the duck as we would normally for roasting, but instead of heating the oven to 400 or 425 degrees, we actually only heat the oven to 325. The key thing is to place the duck on a rack in a shallow roasting pan. When you do that in convection, that allows the heat to circulate evenly around the duck and cook it from the edge to the center. Cooking it at low temperatures means that the food will cook evenly. So I'm programming my internal meat probe to a temperature of 155 degrees. When the duck has reached that point, I'm going to take it out of the oven and carefully pour off all the accumulated fat. That's quite an impressive amount of fat, isn't it? And then I'm going to heat the oven up to 400 degrees. Now I'm going to eliminate the humidity and just use convection. Remember, when you roast in convection, foods have more moisture retention. When you cook in a combination of convection and steam, that high amount of humidity at the beginning of the cooking with low temperatures actually helps tenderize that darker duck meat. The result's pretty good, I think. So, of course, we have to let the duck rest before we cut into it. So when it comes out of the oven, or just a little bit before, you can take your root vegetables or potatoes and toss them in duck fat. Put them in the oven at a fairly high temperature and let them cook for about 15 or 20 minutes, depending on the type of vegetables you're using. And then for the last 10 minutes or so, you can fold in some chopped kale or other green vegetable of your choice. A convection meal can be very simple and doesn't involve a lot of stress. But think about the science of what's happening here with cooking a less tender cut of meat like a duck. Low and slow is the way to go, with a nice high heat finish for beautiful browning and, we hope, really succulent meat. Now, carving duck is not very easy, so sometimes having poultry shears that allow you to cut down one side of the breastbone and then to separate the leg from the breast portion is often an easier way to go. One duck doesn't yield a great deal of meat, so maybe try 2 or 3. Whichever way you do it, remember, start low, pour off the fat, and finish high. And in fact, you can see, not a very beautiful shot, but what I wanted to show you was that after I put the duck back into the oven for its final roasting, see how little fat rendered? What does that mean? I don't have a greasy oven, and I know that's what you want to avoid. Good luck and enjoy your duck.